The Philly and Joe Podcast.
This is the Philly and Joe Podcast.
And finally, Winnipeg has received a shout-out from some of the most popular rappers in the U.S. in their latest song, Tree. The recently released single by Chance the Rapper featuring Lil Wayne includes a shout-out to the city roughly 3 minutes in.
Wow.
Quote, I'm cold as Winnipeg, Lil Wayne raps. I'm going to play it for you, Joe, because I did find it on YouTube this morning.
I be smoking like an engine, can't play poker like syringes, blow a pound like I'm Jenny Craig. I'm cold as Winnipeg, when me and Chance smoking them plants.
I'm cold as Winnipeg.
Jenny Craig, Winnipeg. I'll tell you what, you weren't going to find it on my playlist, so I'm glad you found it on YouTube for us. Thank you.
Philly Joe Podcast.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
So the 2 times I've seen Def Leppard, once was in the round at the Winnipeg Arena. That was at the height. Like, I want to say that was the Hysteria tour. And it was unbelievable. Then the most recent time at
Canada Life.
Yeah, I was going to call it True North Center. Canada Life Center. I was taken aback by how crazy people still go for Def Leppard. It was sold out, and I swear that the crowd was singing every single word of every song. It was amazing.
Well, some people that was the last time they saw him said, hey, this band gets it. They play their hits, and people sing along, and that's what tonight should be all about over at Princess Auto Stadium with a band like this. They've got such a great catalog of tunes, and they are sing-along songs.
Yeah, they are. And it's going to be, they're fantastic live. So is Joan Jett. So is Foreigner. And, of course, Took, who we talked to yesterday on the show. 5:25, I believe they told us they'll be on stage.
Yeah, doors open at 5. So you're going to line up a little earlier than that, and they will kick in at 5:25. Good guys, too. If a lot of people were saying that after the time they spent with us yesterday in the 9 o'clock hour.
Could have talked to them for an hour.
Yeah, those guys get it, and they've got a passion for music, and you can tell they're just fans of rock.
Oh, yeah. So if you want to check, if you missed that interview with Brent Fitz and Todd Kearns, it's up on our podcast from yesterday. So you can get that wherever you download your favorite podcast. I highly recommend just setting it up as a notification so it comes directly to your phone. But, yeah, the entire interview is on the podcast.
And we got to debut the song Fighters.
Yeah, we did.
That is actually getting released today from them. It's one of a few original tracks that they've actually put together. That was never the intention going in with this band. So you'll hear it live tonight for sure.
Pretty neat story. And one last chance, last-second tickets for Rockin' Thunder at 7:45 this morning with completely useless trivia.
Yep.
And Boston Pizza text line, just switching gears, going back to the news for a second. The Butcher. Colin the Butcher. We have multiple butchers who are part of the show here. He says, hey, Philly and Joe, just found out. Oh, no, that's different. Sorry, wrong guy. That's another text we'll read later. So Colin is talking about Jenny Craig rhyming with Winnipeg in the Lil Wayne song. Of course, Winnipeg got a mention.
Yeah, I mean, who's sitting down there writing down lyrics on a napkin or something else and had Jenny Craig and says, Craig, give me a city. Craig, he came up
Winnipeg.
with Winnipeg, and it's cold there. I've been there. It's cold. We'll go with cold as Winnipeg.
Here's what we're talking about here. I played it in news.
I be smoking like an engine, can't play poker like syringes, blow a pound like I'm Jenny Craig. I'm cold as Winnipeg.
Yeah, cold as Winnipeg. That's got to come up in a movie now. A line like that, with a villain.
Cold as Winnipeg.
Hey. And the guy's got the gun facing you or whatever at the movie, and you're all taped up down there and you're trembling a bit, and the guy says, I'm cold as Winnipeg. Something like that, right? Some cheesy.
It is a little unfortunate that we come up with a rap song and it's about how cold we are.
Yeah.
Like, that stereotype.
Warm people.
Yeah, that's
Warm
right,
people.
Joe.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
This one specifically for 92 City Music Direct music. Whoever's controlling what tunes they're playing, and of course Mr. Phil and Mr. Joe. I'll make this quick. This is a more personal thing. My car broke down this morning. I was having a piece of shit car. Anyway, so it broke down. So it broke down right around 8:15, and my shift starts at 8:30. I got to call them right away. Car's broken down. Problem is I can't listen to my Seeker on my phone and call at the same time, and it just so happened Tool, Slither, and then the Bone phone, right? So needless to say, I called in late. I was phoning late. Well, what took you so long? Well, I'm busy. So anyways, long story short, thank you to you guys. You guys nailed it. I mean, today's show was amazing. You guys killed it. You nailed it. 92 City killed it. You guys nailed it. Music director, the janitor, everybody. Anyways, thank you, 92.
Music director Ian, good morning. That one's for you.
Yeah, he's on holidays this week.
Is he? He lives out in my area, eh? Canterbury Park. I see him walking the dog all
you
the
do
time.
see him.
And I yell at him, and I scare the hell out of him every time I do it. I'll be, buzzing down Ravenhurst or John Duncan, and there, Ian! And he just, whoa! He's like...
It's good you call his name. I thought you were just throwing song ideas out at him. He loves that.
Play more Pantera, come on!
Just
Have a good day!
Bands at him.
Okay. Some hockey talk here and some new things, new rules in the NHL CBA.
So there's a new CBA for the NHL. Two rules I love. I love them a lot. Apparently, it's no longer an 82-game schedule. It's an 84-game schedule. Second of all, and I love this with a passion. Love it, love it, love it. The salary cap is still intact even during the playoffs. Oh, no more, injured reserved until the playoffs come. Oh, my God, miracle water. They finally aren't hurt anymore. Yeah, we all know who we're talking about. We're talking about the Stones out there. We're talking about the Landys out there. We all know how these players go, how these teams go. Here's a trivia question for you. Which Stanley Cup champion team has had the biggest over cap?
That I don't know. I know Tampa Bay a few years ago with Kucherov missing like 3/4 of the year and then magically coming back was way over the cap.
Right.
But I don't know who the record is.
That was a very big story at the time. Yeah.
Okay, we were talking coffee cups, travel mugs yesterday. How many do you have? Which ones are the best ones as far as avoiding spillage?
Yeah, speaking about coffee cups, I use a Bubba myself. Make a pot in the morning. It's a 4-ounce pot. Doesn't fill up the cup. Of course, I've got a double-sized Bubba that I don't use because, it's 8 cups. Anyway, AC/DC.
Old Eddie.
Old Eddie's back, and I'll tell you what, they should have called that the Dubba Bubba if it's twice the size. Listen, it came up in conversation yesterday, but I didn't get an answer on the Boston Pizza text line. But because I don't drink coffee in that, but I do have water, like the Yeti, the water can only stay cold for so long in a Yeti. Is there a cup out there or something that
keeps it clean,
keeps super cold without putting ice in it? I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, help Joe out. He's looking for some kind of travel mug or...
Yeah, so because sometimes I forget it right in the holder, and you get a hot day like this, by the time you get out there, as soon as you touch the...
You need one of those water bottles that you'd see them in those Vietnam movies. A
canteen.
Canteen. You need to carry one of those.
Oh,
around
I'd like that. It goes with everything, every outfit.
Strap it around your shoulder. Okay, the hooligan, and he wants to talk. Weather.
So I think Robin's sick and tired about this weather forecast. Different apps and so forth, and they always predict this amount of rain: 6%, 8%, 10 mils, 20 mils. What do we get? I spit right now more than we've gotten all these weeks. So I did something Sunday to guarantee 100% that it will rain. One, I watered my lawn. Neighbor across the street says, well, they're forecasting rain tomorrow. I said, you know what? That means nothing. They've been forecasting rain every day. What have we gotten? I said, this is a guarantee. And to double it up guarantee, I went and washed my truck. And so what happened yesterday, Monday? Voila, it rained all day. So I don't like to brag, but, you can thank me. That technique is a guarantee it's going to rain. Water your lawn, plus wash your truck. Doesn't have to be in that order. You can mix it up, but that's a guarantee. All right.
Never fails, eh, Hooligan?
I think we'll get Hooligan some car wash gift cards for his birthday or something.
That'll go well with
that
him.
way, when we need rain, you just call Hooligan, say, go wash your car or your truck.
Let's wrap with Vinny, still on the fence about attending the race of the century, the 100-meter run race, and he's just not sure. He seems like he needs more details.
Hey, what's going on, Coolest Morning Show? Anyways, when does that race start? Yeah, I don't know if you guys announced it or not, but I'd like to know. There's a chance I may not make it to the race.
Okay.
Well, I got some other stuff I got to take care of, but I'm not saying I won't go. Like, I'll be a spectator. I just like to know when it starts.
He's not saying he won't go.
The official start of the race. All right, go.
Man, I'll tell you, Vinny's friends must deal with I don't know. I'll say I won't go. I might go. I don't know.
Yeah, and he's got other stuff he's working on. But this should take up nothing more than an hour of your time to spectate, Vinny, at this point. And we'll get some details as soon as we can out to everybody. But
he's got other stuff
he's got working on.
He's busy. I
wish you were as busy as Vinny.
A day in the life. Like, how great would that be? Just like a old school camcorder. And what's the other stuff? Like, what's Vinny up to in a day?
Just so you know, Vinny's not racing. He's actually looking at coming to watch the race. This is all indecisive stuff, but I have him right now. He's listed as spectator, not even on the volunteer list.
We'll get you details as soon as we have them, Vinny.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
Okay, Joe, just some advice. A story has hit the news wire, and it's gone viral in the last 24 to 36 hours. And it's a good chance to remind you, ILO, that if you're on a golf course and if you're playing slow, and not that Joe would ever play slow, by the way, but if you are, and a former NHL / mostly AHL enforcer, although he did have quite a few games in the NHL, is playing behind you, and he asks you to hurry up, don't pick a fight with him.
Yeah. I agree with you.
It's not going to go well, and that's what's gone viral. I want to put it up at the 92.1 City Facebook page. There's a bunch of swearing in it, though. What do you think, Aiello? Should I put it up anyway?
I think you could.
Just
put this a warning. Yeah, not safe. What is it for the office?
I don't even know.
Work or whatever.
Nick Tarnasky is the guy's name, and I think we're going to hear a lot from Nick in the coming days. You're going to see him interviewed because he was on the golf course with some buddies, and there were some really drunk guys playing in front of them that were super slow. And if you see the extended video, Nick and his friends are they're fed up. They're telling these guys, hurry up.
I don't know what hole this happened on this golf course, but you could just tell the tension mounting. If you've ever golfed behind some slow players before, you always crawl up to the hole in front of them. So this was probably building, right?
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden we're about, let's say, 5-6 holes in, and these guys aren't moving any faster, and they're hammered. And somebody from the Tarnasky group says basically, hey, start moving. Yeah. Like, come on, guys, let's get her going. And then, of course, the one guy flips off his glasses at the tee box. This is the tough guy of the drunk group.
Starts cutting a promo.
Cutting a promo like he's in the WWE. And Tarnasky just says, close your itty-bitty eyes, Yaki. Someone's going to get popped. And here's the best part. Tarnasky, when he hits the guy, he yells bang every time he punches him, like he's calling out his own pals, like Batman.
That's the one part I can play here. I'm going to play you Tarnasky calling his shots as he's popping the guy. Need to say, the guy was not injured that he ragdolls. Like, we're not...
No, but he hit him hard a couple of times, and then he gave him a Beal throw, like into a field, like into the water. He threw him into the water.
He threw him into a swamp.
I'm surprised he didn't give him the old hockey grip, with the jersey, with the golf shirt, twisted it up before he punched him.
Oh, it was... it's funny. But here's Tarnasky calling his shots as he's popping them here.
Bang! Bang! Come on, man. I'm not trying to get in there. Enough!
Tarnasky, it should be said, he's telling the guy the whole time, you don't make me do this. Yes. I don't want to do this. His buddies are saying, do not do this. Stop. And
100%.
The guy acting tough is cutting a promo. Let's go. You want to go? And then he just gets ragdolled.
No kidding. This is like, and with the new Happy Gilmore 2 coming out soon, this reminds you of the old Bob Barker scene, right?
Oh, the memes are going crazy this morning with shots of Bob Barker beating up Happy Gilmore. And
Are you going to put it up?
I'm going to put it up. It's too good.
The guy's name is Tarnasky. That just sounds tough.
For more Philly and Joe, lock it into 92.1 City weekday mornings 6 to 10.
Would you rather respond to every work email with, quote, don't care, no matter what it is, or threaten coworkers with a beating if they accidentally eat your favorite donut? So this is work-related environment. Don't touch my donut or I'll kick your ass. Or respond to every email with don't care.
I would love to do the don't care because in a lot of cases you're thinking it. It would be kind of funny because I think they would think you were just joking.
Yeah.
Like, who would actually write that? Right? I am not a violent person. I'd split my donuts. I wouldn't want to.
Let's have it.
Because I like my donuts, but I'd go with it. How about you? I know you don't care.
I would go with don't care because there's the whole running joke of on social media, no matter what the topic is, someone will go, who cares?
Yes.
All the time. So
100%.
there's something funny about that, and our boss would appreciate me saying, don't care. Would you rather, Joe, eat anything you want and stay fit, or sleep very little but still feel great? Eat whatever you want. Never gain a pound. Sleep very little, still feel great.
Well, I already sleep very little. Don't always feel great. I'm going to go with the food because food's good for the soul as well, right? Like food's a comfort zone for me.
Yeah.
So I would love to stay in shape. I mean, I put on a lot of weight from eating donuts and stuff like. I should have shared more donuts. Go back to your other question.
I'd go with that too. I mean, how many times late at night are you like, man, a pizza would be nice? And when you were younger and you had better metabolism, you just like eat whatever, whenever. But you get a little older and you're like, not good for me right now. Finally, we'll wrap up with this one. Would you rather, Joe, launch your own health food line or launch your own Beachbody workout video? So look as you are now, but you're the spokesperson for a health food line, or you're doing those videos, the Beachbody workout videos.
You know, here's the funny thing, because the healthy food line would be tough because I'm a very picky eater, and a lot of the foods I like to eat are just your everyday. Like, I love chicken tenders, I love burgers, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So the video stuff would work because I could be that guy at my age to be that out of shape to get funny. In shape. It might work out.
The headset on.
Yeah, have my own
around.
line like
right.
Ty Joe instead of Ty Bo or something.
And two.
Right?
And one.
It could do it, yeah.
Stick with me here.
I need the headset, though.
You got to have the headset. That's important.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
This is the Philly and Joe Podcast.
Steven Tyler ripped off a great version of that song at Back to the Beginning, the farewell show for Ozzy Osbourne.
I think what was more amazing was the fact that they had to retire the tour of Aerosmith because of his voice being gone, and they didn't think it was ever coming back. And for him to pull that off was incredible. And it was funny because a couple of days earlier, Joe Perry was talking about it would be nice to find closure, maybe one big show, you know, like a celebration, sort of like this.
Yep.
And the catalog of songs, he said, would be so difficult to pull off what playlist they would come up with, or song list. So I would imagine that could be in the back burner right now after Tyler tested it out.
I think so. You know what? The more big shows that they can put together with sort of the same focus as Back to the Beginning. Now, obviously, you don't want a retirement concert every other week for these rockers, but
no,
just any excuse to bring together a whole bunch of legends, because what a day that was. Like the performances, you start doing a deep dive on YouTube and you're like, oh, that was awesome. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome.
Well, and too, like a band like that, you've lost some members along the way, some by death, some by just business decisions and that. So there's only a few select acts that could have pulled off what Sabbath did. But Sabbath, so obviously iconic with the genre of music too. You know what I mean? Some couldn't even pull that off, right?
Agreed. And yeah, it just...
I mean, there's going to be a lot of people that would come out and celebrate, let's say, an Aerosmith thing like that too, but it wouldn't have the same cachet as what Black Sabbath had as far as what they did for metal.
Right. That's the key, right? They're considered pioneers of metal and groundbreaking and everything else. So it was just a different scenario. And Ozzy not being able to perform anymore after this. So with his health concerns. So there was a lot more elements involved, absolutely. But I encourage you, look that up. Steven Tyler doing a whole lot of love. Tom Morello was involved as well. Want to play this for you, Joe? I mean, what a day this is. Because early this morning, I was telling you that Lil Wayne has a lyric about Winnipeg in his latest song.
Hip hop,
with
yes.
Chance the Rapper. This is it in case you missed it early this morning.
I'm cold as Winnipeg.
Cold as Winnipeg.
Cold as Winnipeg is the line, and it rhymed with Jenny Craig.
That's
who I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Okay, if you're going to mention the whole
weight
thing,
loss.
I know what a lot. Here's actually the whole Lil Wayne.
I be smoking like an engine, can't play poker like syringes, blow a pound like I'm Jenny Craig. I'm cold as Winnipeg.
So a big moment for Winnipeg. Jenny Craig, cold as Winnipeg. But I'll tell you what, the big moments keep coming because our fine mayor, Scott Gillingham, came up on Jeopardy.
Yeah, $400 question.
Yeah,
right? His name came up.
You're all fired up.
I'll take that's honorific for 400.
In Canada, his or her worship is for people with this government job, like Scott Gillingham of Winnipeg and Surrey, BC's Brenda Locke. Scott.
What is MP?
No, I'm sorry.
Wrong.
Dan or Elise?
Come on, Dan.
What is minister?
No, that's not right either.
Nope.
Elise, care to try it?
Nope.
Those are the respective mayors of Winnipeg and Surrey. What is a mayor?
Lee's bail. Do you want to try it, Lee's? Nope.
I'm very lucky it wasn't the daily double of the day.
None of them.
I'll tell you right now, I don't know how well you've ever done watching Jeopardy, but I'll tell you, I can't watch that show.
You can't?
I can't watch that show because I don't get enough of the questions right. I walk away from. I feel
listen,
defeated.
If we're going to talk game show, I'm with you on Jeopardy, unless there's a category that just hits every now and then. But for the most part, I'm with you. I can't do it, but I'll take it. So my wife likes Wheel of Fortune.
Guessing the puzzles with the letters.
She nails them every time. I'm sitting with her, and
we got to get her on the Canadian version when it comes.
I swear she'd do pretty good, and I feel so dumb sitting beside her because I'm like, I don't know any of these, and she gets them bang right away.
Right.
So, but anyway, good for Mayor Scott Gillingham.
Making it to Jeopardy by name. Never mind just the city.
That's huge.
You got a name.
Well done. Completely useless trivia is on the way with a last-second chance to win Rockin' Thunder tickets.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
Be a good person.
Rate or review this show wherever you subscribe and get P&J into more ears.
Well, you mentioned Nick Tarnasky, the former NHLer tough guy, basically punching someone in the face a few times at a golf course after an incident of slow play, and then, of course, these drunk golfers arguing with him and
the guy
antagonizing him.
The guy charged him, FYI, nobody was seriously injured, and Nick Tarnasky warned him and his buddies several times, hey, you don't want to do this. It's the wrong guy to do this to.
Right. So 10% of people have been hit in the face by this. You can take punch right off the list, okay?
10% of people
have been hit in the face by this. That is your question for today, and I think it's a good one.
It's a beauty. 780 City, 780-2484. Good morning.
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I'm going to say a fly swatter.
That would hurt.
Stand still, honey. You got a fly on your nose.
That's right there. Right there. No, not a fly swatter, but that could be the answer of the day.
Thanks for
right
playing.
there.
Hi there.
Hi, I'm going to guess golf ball.
Not a, you know what? A ball was number 3. I don't know what type of ball. I just said ball.
I would have said a higher percentage for any ball. Because in your gym class, when you're little, you're getting hit with a.
Well, did you watch any of the women's World Cup? A Dane player kicks the ball and smashes right into the face of her teammate. And here's what happens worse. So that person goes down because of the impact.
Yeah.
Right? The opposing team, Germany, gets the ball, go down and score.
Oh, wow. What about when Fokker in Meet the Parents spiked that ball into the...
One of the funniest scenes ever.
That was so good. Calm down, Fokker. Hi, City.
Hi, can I get a lifeline?
Philly or the text line?
Philly.
Okay. Bird poop is the most recent guess on the text line.
That's so good, but no.
That would be such a sick burn.
I hear something coming. I'll look up. Whoop.
Especially if it's a big bird, like a seagull or something. That's
nasty. Well, geese around here.
Oh.
10% of people have been hit in the face by this.
For last second Rockin' Thunder ticket, 780 City, 780, 2484. Good morning. Go ahead with your guess.
Hi, can I get a lifeline? The
Philly?
text line?
Yeah, you want the text line. Okay.
Text line.
Hockey puck is the most recent guess.
No.
Sorry about that.
Not hockey puck.
It's not athletic? Or is that too
no.
much to get?
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
So not a ball.
Hey.
Oh, hi, City.
Hey, is it your phone?
That's a great answer, but no, not your phone.
That one came in on the text line as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. 780 City. Hello.
Hi.
Hey there.
Is the answer pillow?
Not a pillow. Got hit in the face by a pillow. That number, I think, would be higher.
I'm thinking higher percentage because who hasn't had a
pillow fight?
Fashion. There's a pillow fighting league.
Yeah.
You know that? Like MMA, but pillow fighting?
Yeah. Well, once they came up with slapping somebody in the face on the side, you would think the pillow would be, I'll start with the pillow league. And if I can work my way up to getting cuffed on the side of the head for a living.
All bets are off once you had the slapping league. Yeah. Hi, City.
Hi, is it a shoe?
Not a shoe. 10% of people have been hit in the face by this. I'll tell you, my mom had a magical shoe once in a while growing up.
You got a shoe thrown at you?
Well, once in a couple.
Wow.
Well, because she wasn't getting up.
That's old school.
Yeah, it was old school.
Hi, City.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
I think I'm going to go with the text line because they usually come through.
Okay.
Text line.
Kubasaw. A Kubasaw ring.
No, 10% of people have not been hit in the face by a Kubasaw.
It's only 10%, so
Yes.
these guesses, I get it.
Yeah.
780 City, 780, 2484. Hot commodities. These tickets for Rockin' Thunder tonight. Go ahead.
Say a tree branch.
Not a tree branch. No.
Another good one. Good morning.
Morning.
You have a guess for us?
You have an answer?
No, we don't.
Yeah. How about the tail of a pet?
Sorry?
Tail of a pet.
Oh, not the tail of a pet. That's a great answer.
Mm-hmm. Hey, by the way, happy birthday, Stewie. Your
Yeah.
dog's birthday yesterday.
I'll tell you, this little Frenchie of mine, 7 years old, went for a 7-kilometer walk yesterday. That's more than I walked yesterday.
That isn't. Well, yeah, 7K.
In the morning.
Those little legs.
Yeah.
That's a good way to celebrate his birthday, though.
Hey, you got an ice cream cake. Don't kid yourself.
I figured. Hi, City.
Hey, is it rubber band?
Is it a rubber band? Like the old elastic to the face. 10% of people have been hit by an elastic rubber band in the face. Congratulations, my friend.
No way. No way.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're going to Rockin' Thunder, man.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Those are the other bands you're going to see today, right there. Hold on.
That was
Oh my
big
God,
trouble.
that's awesome.
That was big trouble when you were little.
Oh, yeah.
And the
old
teachers
rubber band gun you could make with your finger.
zero tolerance for that because you could injure somebody bad. What's your name?
It's Tyler.
Tyler, well done. Hang on the line.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
This is the Philly and Joe podcast.
92.1 City, Winnipeg's rock station. 3 days grace and riot. You know where it's going to be a riot tonight, JoJo, is, well, no riots. We don't want riots, but I meant a riot of a good time at Princess Auto Stadium, Rockin' Thunder.
You know, we are getting a ton of questions on the Boston Pizza text line. We have our good friend Kevin Donnelly here from True North Sports and Entertainment to answer a few of those questions. Kevin, it's finally here this day, and the weather is going to cooperate. I would have to think that people can still pick up tickets today. So can we start with tickets and availability?
Yes. Good morning, guys. Good to hear your voices as always. But today tickets are available at Ticketmaster or here at Princess Auto Stadium at the box office. So we do have tickets remaining for tonight with Def Leppard, and for tomorrow we're doing a back-to-back play with a Country Day all day tomorrow. So tickets available, Ticketmaster.ca.
Okay. Number 2 on that FAQ, frequently asked questions, Mr. Donnelly, is set times. We know Tuke goes on at like roughly 5:25.
Yeah.
And then the rest of the
And then
night,
we've got-
are those rough times?
The Foreigner is up second at 6:30. Joan Jett is up directly before Def Leppard at 8 p.m. And Def Leppard, if we're able to make the schedule work, which we're hopeful, 9:30, and they're going to play till about 11:15.
All right.
Till 11:15.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's a full set.
Yeah.
Holy
Oh,
cow!
yeah.
That'll be fantastic then. So people get their money's worth tonight for sure. Kevin, people have been asking. This is kind of a twofold traffic question for you. We know there's some construction in the area. The doors are opening at 5 o'clock, which is a quick turn to get the band on for 5:25. Is there a suggestion time for people to start maybe parking their vehicles in that area, first of all?
What? Yeah, I think you can start coming down. If you're getting off work early, I'd come straight down. And if you're here by 4:30, it'll be a short wait. We'll get you in at 5 o'clock. We've got all the doors opening right at 5, so we'll be able to get you in really quickly.
Okay.
We want to have a good crowd in front of the stage for Took, of course.
Yeah.
But with 4 bands, we gotta get rolling. So 5:25, we're gonna put Took on stage. Yeah.
How about bicycles? Sorry, we've been having people asking us for Bomber games. They have a bike shuttle. Is that available for this tonight, or are you asking people to bring their bikes?
That's a great question. I'm going to say yes because I hope that I'm right.
Yeah, no.
People should bring their bike if you live in the area.
Well, it's going to alleviate some of the traffic for sure on that end.
Okay, how about merch booth? Is it right on site? Because I'm not happy about being at a concert unless I buy a shirt that shrinks and it barely fits me after that first wash. So, but I gotta have it, and possibly a hoodie too. So that merch booth right on site there, right within the venue.
Yeah, we've got merch on the concourse and on the field, and we made a limited edition Thunder Series T-shirt for that says Winnipeg on it.
Oh.
Def Leppard has their stuff. Joan Jett, Foreigner. So yeah, lots of merch on site and including a merch stand on the field.
Okay, now I want to thank you on behalf of Winnipeg for putting the show on so people can work a full day today and still get the entertainment, because the effort tomorrow at work is going to stink. So good on you.
Can we talk about the layout, Kevin? I know when this show was first announced, we had you on to talk a little bit about it, and I remember it being like super slick within Princess Auto Stadium, how things are going to look tonight.
Well, again, it's sort of the standard format. The stage is about at the 10-yard line, I'm going to guess. We've got this entire field is covered, and we've got so there's a big stand-up area in front if you've got the GA pit ticket right in front of the stage. Then there's reserved seats, maybe 5,000-6,000 seats on the field, and the entire bowl is open, of course. So whether you bought field tickets, and I think there are still some of the GA pit tickets available. So you got your field options, your seated field, and your reserved seats in the stands, and the whole building is going to be jumping tonight, that's for sure.
Listen, I know Foreigner's on the bill tonight, and it has to be stated, this is their 40th anniversary. So this is a big part of their tour that they're doing, and I think they're re-recording one of the lost tracks with Lou Gramm at some point. But, Kev, how long have you been doing this now? Because I remember back in my University of Winnipeg radio station days, you were already in this business. So you got to be approaching a big anniversary too, if you haven't already hit it, but everybody knows how you stay under the radar. Are we close?
You mean anniversary of like feeling like a million? Yeah, I feel like a million years old sometimes.
Like you put on a lot of shows.
I've been at it a while. It's funny. Yeah, I never had a high school gig. I worked at concerts when I was in Regina. I put up posters and was backstage and, running and doing whatever I could do, just sort of, for $50, I'd show up and drive the band to the keg or something. And so it's been my life. It's been sort of all I've really known, but it's still fun today. Joe, I get a charge out of being in these buildings. And here, looking at the stadium, I was here about 7 o'clock. Really the calm before the storm. The building is set. It's a great looking stadium here. We need to do more shows here.
Oh, yes.
So this is the start of that. We want to make this Thunder Series an annual event. So, making it successful in year one is really, really a major goal for us. So come on out, people, support it. We hope to, if not this year, next year, have that band that's top of your list. But, you got to start somehow, somewhere. So we're starting today.
Kevin Donnelly, one of the absolute beauties. Thanks so much for making some time for us this morning. And we'll see you at the show tonight.
All right. See you guys. Thanks so much.
The Philly and Joe Podcast.
Hit us up wherever you get this podcast and rate and review the show.
Good fortune will come to you.
Actually, we can't promise that, but we'll cross our fingers.